So today we're going to talk about a UK stock that is on absolute fire at the moment and my plans going forward with that stock and a couple of other news stories as well. There was a couple of stories around the economy that came out and other stocks as well. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you're new around here, subscribe. We're very close to 16,000 subscribers and whenever you get me there, I do a live Q&A session on Sunday for you guys. I think we're about 30 short at the moment. So yeah, by the time we do this video tonight, if I'm sure there's 30 people that watch the YouTube channel that aren't subscribed, click that subscribe button. Anyway, today, stock market, another good day in the stock market. It's been a very, very good year, a very good month, very good week. My portfolio personally is doing absolutely amazing. I hope you guys are having good portfolios as well at the moment. Dow up 0.5, the S&P was up 0.2, Nasdaq up 0.2. It's actually up a little bit more. It's pulled back a little bit at the moment. I think there's probably a bit of profit taking going on. I think just like me, I'm sure there's a lot of people that are up a lot on some stocks this year and maybe just take some profit off the table. A lot of the rally came off the new GDP growth. They said that the economic data was a lot stronger than what was expected, which is obviously really good to see, which was quite interesting because earlier in the week, there's a paywall here, ignore the paywall. They said that consumer confidence was actually the lowest it's been for 3 years. Some of that was put down to the potential of the election year. But yeah, kind of shows you like what we've had so far this year has been such a mixed bag. You could make the case of like, oh, everything is going really well, the interest rates are coming, we're having a soft landing. And then you could argue the case like, oh, there's weakness out there, it's getting a lot worse out there. So it's been a really interesting year from like an economic point of view. So much mixed data out there that it's hard to say like, has it been a good year in the economy? Has it been a bad year in the economy? Obviously the stock market, has the stock market had a good year? How much is that due to like artificial intelligence? It's been a very, even though it's been a good year for probably stocks, I would say in general, it's been a very more controversial year with the stock market, which obviously has been interesting. The UK stock that's on fire that we're going to talk about really quickly is Watches Switzerland Group. I've been posting on Twitter about this, which, by the way, if you aren't following me on Twitter, it's JKR Investing. I did post a little bit earlier about Watches Switzerland on Twitter. Not too much information, just like, wow, what's kind of going on here? The stock is up 11% today. Last 5 days, up 15%. It's been having a bit of a rally at the moment. And for me, I'm up quite a bit on the position now. It was a stock that I bought as a turnaround play. And I thought, okay, I think that this stock can very quickly, I think it's been sold off too much. It was a stock that in the CV times went to, 1,400, went way too low, as you can see here. And I thought, you know what? I think this is a good value for this company here. Still going to be okay in the long term. Luxury goods are suffering. I think in the long term they'll start turning around. And obviously the financials have still been okay, but the share prices, I think there's a lot more buyers coming in at the moment and going, actually, you know what? I agree with that, and I'm going to start buying up the stock here. So I mean, guess what? Why has the stock kind of started to go on such a rally? That was the key thing that I looked at today. Like, why is the stock up 11%? Because I didn't expect it to be up. It's not like we had earnings. So Watches Switzerland is obviously a luxury watch company, which obviously, we have had higher interest rates. So many people aren't out there currently at the moment buying stocks in a high recessionary kind of environment, in my opinion, and interest rates that have maybe affect the middle class, that people that would maybe go, buy those watches and maybe not go and buy them with the high interest rates, and also spending tightening. I think a few people maybe bought a lot of stocks, a lot of watches during COVID, and now we're just having the natural catch up. But maybe a few people are saying like, oh, it's the new China stimulus and the China will help, luxury products, maybe help something like a luxury watch seller. I'm not sure on that one, even though we did see something like a Kering, for example, that's another stock that's been absolutely smashed, that had a good day today. And this is actually, in my opinion, quite one of the more interesting luxury plays in this kind of space. I don't think it's that, because Watches Switzerland themselves don't have much exposure in China. So I don't really think that is it. Maybe people didn't realise that. But the other thing that probably will be, in my opinion, something a little bit more important is there was there's another paywall. What is it with all these paywalls coming up? But if I jump back a little bit here, there was also some upgrades on the share prices. So for example, Deutsche Bank, I always can never say that one, went to rate it a buy, saying midterm growth potential. So yeah, especially like the US growth here. So that's probably something that maybe a couple more analysts are turning a bit more bullish on it now. Is probably something. I think probably more than likely people are trying to bottom dip, and probably a couple of momentum traders, as I say, maybe trying to get that ball shape that's kind of coming up, and someone like maybe a Cockney Rebel potentially, quite a big UK investor that likes a couple of momentum kind of stocks. I think more than likely he is maybe someone behind the rally as well and buying in. We'll see. Obviously, if you guys are subscribed to him, he posts a newsletter on Friday, and in my opinion, it'll come out that he's been buying this week. We'll see, because that'll also explain maybe some of the buying that's been going on. So we'll see what happens. But I look at it, and I'm happy that it's performed well. I'm up, a decent amount on the position. My thought in my head did come today, like, is it worth selling? And the other issue that I do have with selling the stock is that I think that they can actually do quite good numbers, and if they do get to like the longer term guidance they're expecting, and at the moment analysts are expecting the profitability to go from the impact they're having at the moment from 59 million up to like 111 million, up to 126 million, and if the revenue carries on growing, if they start doing 100 plus million on a 1 billion market cap, this is easily still going to double up from here. So do I want to really sell the business right now? I don't know. I don't know if I do, because if they do get anywhere close to the numbers still in the long term, I'm still probably going to have good upside here. So do I want to sell too soon? I'm also a little bit worried like it's just a short-term bounce at the moment, but as a long-term investor, that's probably the most important thing, where it's going to be in 3 years, and as I look in 3 years, I still think I can make money on it. So I'm a bit reluctant. I did consider selling some shares, but I am quite reluctant, because if they do hit the longer-term game plan, which they're starting to do, as you can see here, I think the stock can do really well. And it just once again goes to a classic Andy Pickering comment of, do you really believe that watches Switzerland are going to make an impression in the US by simply retailing someone else's watches? Well, poor Andy Pickering. I mean, what do we? How many pieces of paper are we now for mistakes there? I tell you what do you reckon? Is that another poster worthy on Watch the Switzerland Group? Maybe when it's 100% up. I mean, what does that add to the list of? DraftKings at $10, Hims and Hers at $3, Card Factory at 40 pence, and then 60 pence, and then 80 pence. So yeah, it's that's a bull sign. If Andy P's doing those comments, you could be onto a winner now. So didn't make me laugh. Next stock, PayPal. Here we go. We talked about it the other day. It's been rallying another 2% today. Year to date now up 29%. It's closing on that $8 range. Another quick move by PayPal, as it now allows business accounts to buy, hold, and sell crypto. This is something that's been asked for by quite a bit by the PayPal community, and once again, Alex Chris is just listening to what people are saying. He's improving the platform. It's good to see PayPal now taking a step forward. Not that I'm a big fan of crypto platforms, but the fact that he's stepping forward and making all these things happen, introducing the new trends into the platform, is good. This is why PayPal went for that kind of stock that was not loved, not wanted. Everybody said it's finished, and now it's getting towards the lead in the pack again, and that's why we're seeing all these companies, all these partnerships, Amazon, Shopify, Adyen, they're all keen to go back work with PayPal. So it's interesting. They keep on improving and doing these partnerships. It'd be interesting to see where PayPal end. I think the big thing for PayPal now is the Q3 earnings. If they smash Q3 earnings, it'll be really interesting where the stock ends towards the back end of the year. But yeah, it's good to see PayPal starting to rally up, because it was the one stock out of my top 5 that were kind of like, it wasn't really moving. And every time I was like looking at Hims, looking at DraftKings, amazing. Mercado Libre, amazing. Meta, amazing. Google, amazing. And every time I looked at PayPal, I was like, it's still not kicking on after a year and a half. But hey, like I said before, you've got to have patience in this game, because you don't know when these stocks are going to wake up. You don't know when Wall Street's going to wake up. And that's what's going on now. It's realizing actually, they're doing all the right things here, and it's really kicking on. Last stock I wanted to finish off with is EHang. Obviously, it's a stock I've owned for many years. I'm actually down on this position, and it's just a high risk spec stock. So I've only got a small amount of money in, with the thought process that this could easily go, terribly wrong, and it could go bankrupt. But if drones kick on, unmanned drones, I think these guys will be the leader of the packs, because their product is way ahead of everybody else's. And once again, stepping in the right direction, they did their first flight in Brazil, so opened up, the potential of Latin America orders potentially. And I still don't know how this stock is, for the last year is down 17%. You look at the progress they've made. I don't know if I can quickly go, I was just using Watches Switzerland. If I do go search EHang on Simple Wall Street, But, the company's starting to really start ramping up the revenue and profitability. Granted, there's still a risk element there that it's small amounts of revenue, small amounts of profitability, but it's starting to turn now. The big orders are coming in. They've got the certification. All the countries are looking now and going, actually, this is quite a big growth area that could potentially come up in the next 5 years. And once again, you see countries interested with EHang. And the fact that EHang is still, a quarter of the size of Jobber, even though they have this, amazing product. It's interesting. I, really do think about, do I buy a little bit more in here, because they're doing all the right things once again. It's once then, how long does the stock keep doing the right things before Wall Street goes, actually, maybe we should have that one a bit higher. So yeah, that's the video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Well done to any of you watching the Switzerland Group shareholders. I don't know if any of you guys are still holding or if you're selling, and well done to any of you guys that are PayPal shareholders, because it's another good day. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit the like button, and tomorrow I should be doing the stock sign buying series. I just don't know if it's going to be the UK edition or the US edition. So keep an eye open anyway, and I'll see you in a bit.